Let me tell you something. While I have my presidential lunch, so I have not shared this with anybody. I've shared this with probably two people in this entire world. And I was this weird kid who actually wanted to set up a company long back. I was in, I think, in 7th or 6th class or something, where I wanted to set up a company where I would hire people just to think about various things that can actually happen. And I had a background, and there was a backstory about that, which was, you know, is like if a person is crossing the road on a red light, right? Sorry, on a green light, but the walking light is red. But if the person is actually walking through the road, which is absolutely wrong, they shouldn't be doing that. But I wanted to hire people who would actually think of that probability, looking into the overall times of how many cars are going by, what time of the day it is, and all that stuff. And all this is 1980s, yeah, 1980s. And it was also at the back of a thought that I had this weird game that I used to play with God. Yes, I used to play with God. And what I was to think is that every time I thought about an outcome, most of my life, what I thought would be the outcome of my action or my test or whatever it is, it was not that. It was something else. And I kept getting surprised by that. I mean, even now, what I think never happens. Something else happens. But then most of the times it happens in such a way that I get to what I want to, right? So as a kid, I'm thinking of hiring people who would just sit there, because what I know at the back of my head is that God is not going to make anything happen which I thought of. So I would think of all the bad things in this world, so that what God will not have what God could not do is make those bad things happen, because my guys and I have already thought about those bad things. So God can't do that. God can only do good. And yeah, so I used to be a weird kid. I mean, I used to think of all of these ideas. And when I was thinking, and I also had a name for that business. The business would be called Options. Obviously, in 1980s, I did not know about algorithms and how Facebook will work and all that stuff. But here it is. I'm confessing my weirdness as a kid, or maybe as a human being. My name is Khan, and I don't have all the answers, but I'll keep asking the questions to you, to them, and to myself. Thank you very much. Bye. Enjoy.